Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Taru and today I'm coming to you barefaced because I did promise a get ready with me when I would hit 500 subscribers, and it has happened a while ago already, but I now just got time to actually sit down and film in peace because we've had some visitors. I was away, it's been a whole thing, so now I'm here and we're gonna do a get ready with me. We're gonna do a little palette bingo because that's maybe more fun than just me randomly picking a look to, or like not randomly, that's the whole point. Not randomly picking a look to do. So I decided we're gonna use this palette today because it's my newest palette and palette I've used the least, and there are some pretty shades and a good variety, and I usually, when I've used this, stay within a color story, so maybe randomly picking shades will create something unexpected for us. So yeah, I'm gonna be rambling away about my life. I'm putting on all the makeup. I already primed my lids to keep it simple, but yeah, let's start with randomizing eyeshadows because that's what I do first, in case then we have fallout. I can just wipe it off and not ruin my base. So let's randomize some shades. 15. There's 18. Ooh, 15 would be this dude, right? Yes. Purple. Okay, we're gonna give that one a swatch. That's that over there. Let's do another one. 5. That's then gonna be this. I will go like this. So 5 would be this one. Gold Rush. I don't even know how many I'm gonna pick because that's already interesting for sure. 16. Ooh, that's gonna be the dark blue. I should have taken something where I can wipe off my fingers. Let me grab a tissue. Blue. Okay. Yes, that's powerful. At least one more. Oop. 11. That would then be this one. That's pretty similar to the other one. Yeah, it's more green. Shall we do one more? Now I need to actually probably clean my fingers. Should we do one more, or should I pick the, like, this is the, let's see, one more, but I'm gonna allow myself to use other shades as well if needed. 12. Okay, it's gonna be this guy. I think that works. Now I have shimmers and mattes, and I might be able to just do the whole look with this. Okay, let's see what I can do. Okay, I suddenly got very nervous about this look. Let me just arrange myself a little bit. So I'm gonna allow myself to use a little bit of this first to do the very edge of my eye look, so that it will blend a little better. My mirror is right behind you, so I'm gonna be looking off, like slightly off from the camera, and I'm a bit further away from the mirror than I usually am, so I also don't want to do this. In case you can't tell, this is the first, first full face get ready with me, second time doing eyeshadow on camera, so please excuse if it's weird. But yes, I've primed my lid and then set it with a skin tone shade. Why is this not blending as nicely? Did I do a bad job setting? Because I have to set my eye to the primer, otherwise it will crease. Okay, now let's move on to the shade we wrote. And yes, the point of today is to ramble on about who I am, what's been going on, what do I do, what is happening in my life. So, in case you are kind of new here and you don't really know much about me, I live in Finland, southern Finland. I've been living here my whole life, and I am a biologist. So I studied ecology and evolutionary biology, and now I'm doing my PhD and focusing on animal behaviors, and especially in horses. Why is this eye not blending as nicely? I mean, I guess we all have the side that, is it like the crossing the arm or is it the shape of the eye? I don't know, but this eye always comes out not as nice as the other one. But yes, animal behavior, animal like learning, everything animals have been my passion since I was a kid. I grew up with animals. We've always had cats, then we had a dog, we had chickens, we've had a goat, I had an aquarium, I had gerbils, and then we also had a lot of like small wild animals as well, sometimes kind of rehabilitating them or whatever. We had flying squirrel babies at some point because their mom died in a, like, was it a cat attack or they cut down a tree and then they were, I don't remember, but they lived in my playhouse for a summer. So yeah, I grew up with animals, so I feel like I understand animals better than I sometimes understand people. So it was a no-brainer for me to study animal behavior because I feel like I'm kind of good at it. And then horses were a natural part for me because I've always loved horses since I was like 2. I had wooden horses first, and then I was able to ride an actual horse. Let's go into the blue, and I'm scared. And then I actually had my own Finn horse for 7 years when I was younger. Unfortunately, I had to let her go because she got like chronic laminitis, which is a very painful condition where they can't, like, even standing on their hoofs hurts. So then I had to let her go. But it was amazing, 7 years, and she taught me so much. And yeah, now I'm able to use my knowledge to do science and maybe make the world slightly better place for horses. But yes, I am now in my 3rd year of my PhD. I have a year and a half left of my funding, so hopefully by then I also will have it done and I'm gonna be a doctor. It's slightly weird because, like, when you say doctor you think about like medicine and stuff, but whatever. So yes, I did my master's already, or like the master's thesis, studying young horses, baby horses, 1 to 3 year olds, and I followed their training, like foundation training. So I measured hormonal levels before and after the training sessions. I'm trying to find a brush for the shimmer and clean it off a little bit. So I measured oxytocin and cortisol for like positive and stress emotions, and then I also looked at their behavior during the training sessions, and we found out that horses who had higher oxytocin levels before they started training were actually more like in tune with the trainer, and they like responded to the trainer better and were more into it. Now I'm struggling what to do with this. Should I just put it, I'm gonna put the green on my lid and then maybe we'll put that in the outer corner or something. I'm just gonna put on glitter glue. So yes, higher oxytocin levels before, then the horses were more like responded better to the trainer and were more present kind of. And then the horses who showed these escaping behaviors and wanting to like leave the situation, weren't happy about the situation, then they had a decrease in oxytocin during the training. Then we're like, there is something about this oxytocin thing. And then I continued to my PhD to figure out more what is going on. And I am focusing, more about the positive emotional state of the horse, how that affects their learning abilities, how, like, do horses have an oxytocin bond with their owner? Do they get oxytocin, increased oxytocin, also when a stranger is doing something nice with them? Or, do they prefer the owner? And then I'm looking at how, like, the training style that is used with the horse, is it like pressure release, or is it positive reinforcement with treats or scratches or something? If that changes how the horse feels about humans, so to speak, and whether how the horse is used, if it's like privately owned horse, just one person, two-person horse, or if it's like working horse in a riding school or something, if those horses have different levels of different hormones, and if it affects how they learn in, like, I'm also looking at social learning, which weirdly is not found in horses so far. We haven't found horses learning from another horse or a human, which is weird because we know that bumblebees learn from each other, so why do not horses? I'm gonna put that on the other corner. Let's see how it works. I have a very tiny brush and it might be a very bad idea. But yeah, for some reason, maybe our tests are not relevant to the horses, like maybe we are testing them wrong or whatever, but we have not yet found social learning in horses. So I'm trying to test it as well and see if, like, training type, like whatever learning, like living situation affects that. And then I also validated oxytocin, like salivary oxytocin measures, which is way nicer than taking a blood sample. You just put a little sponge under the horse's tongue for a little bit and then you get your sample. So I was able to do that with the youngsters, with adults, everyone's fine with that. It's pretty chill with the horse. So the way I validated it was that we know that during birth oxytocin levels increase. So I actually went to a stable that breeds Finn horses, and I was their baby monitor and checked the cameras during night and see, okay, horse is starting to give birth, time to pick up some samples. So I was basically bugging the horses while they were trying to push out the baby, because horses are very quick giving birth, because prey animals, they can't lie down for a long time. So when the water breaks, they lie down. 10 minutes the baby is out, and sometimes even up. So I collected samples from horses when they were giving birth, but they were super chill. And then that was fun. I did that for 2 breeding seasons, just staying up all night watching some stupid shows and looking at the camera like, oh, okay, this horse looks like it's gonna do something now. So that's how I've been looking at horses giving birth, scratching horses for science. I guess it's not that bad. But my PhD results are not in yet, so I can't give you any scoops, but when I'll have my results, I will let you know if you are interested. But I can also already link the 2 papers I have published, and well, my master's thesis is in Finnish, But if there is a Finn speaker, I can also add that maybe there. It should be publicly available through the university. But yeah, that's basically what I do. And I have a personal grant, so that allows me to work from home. No one's really supervising me. They just want to know every year that something has happened with the project. So it's pretty nice, which is kind of a good segue into what's going on in my life, because I have recently very much needed the flexibility of the work, and now I don't know what else am I gonna do with my eyes, or should I just put on eyeliner and mascara and call it good? Maybe I will do that, and then I will segue into my health situation. I think that's a good donkey's bridge, as we say in Finnish. So I'll put on the rest of my eye, because I cannot talk while doing that, and I need to be like this close to the mirror. So I'll be right back with my eyes looking even prettier. Okay, eyes are now done. I used the Catrice 24-hour brush liner in waterproof, which has a very tiny brush, but I struggle with this one. I've been using the Essence like black and silver tube for many years, and I know how the brush works, so this I sometimes struggle, but it is quite nice, and it is waterproof, which is a plus. And then I use this Essence Last Princess in the waterproof one. I like the brush best of the Last Princesses, and then the waterproof one really holds to curling my lashes. I did curl my lashes before putting this on. I do like this. I just buy it just when it's done. I buy a new one. That's my go-to. Okay, then we need to put on the face. So I'm gonna start with primer. This is the only primer I own. I didn't actually even buy this myself. It was a gift with purchase, but it's okay. It's okay. But while I do this, health stuff. So if you don't know, I do have rheumatoid arthritis, runs in the family. I am the 3rd generation in our family to have it, but luckily the meds are way better now than they were when my grandma had it. So yeah, me and my mom are kind of okay with it. Obviously I do have joint pain every day, which is like, it was a kind of a funny wake-up call when I was talking to someone who was like, yeah, how does it like affect you, like, because obviously different people, it kind of comes out differently. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I have biological medication that is keeping it kind of under control, so I don't have like big inflammation in any of my joints. It's just aches and pains, and we're gonna use this on the foundation. So I was like, well, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, yeah, I'm in like pain somehow every day, and I was I guess that's not how people usually live their life. Like, not all people are in pain every day. I just put it on the high points of my face. So yeah, but I've had it for many years now, and I know what aggravates it. If I drink alcohol, if I eat a lot of sugary things, I will pay the price the next day and will be more like swollen and achy, and that's sometimes a price you are willing to pay. But yeah, I don't really drink anyway, like, so it's fine for me not to, like, it's okay for me. I have a ready mixture of this with a white foundation mixer because it's slightly too dark for me, so I'm just gonna scoop it out of the pot. So yeah, I'm okay with it. Like, it was a shock when it happened and I started realizing like, hey, I'm having these weird pains in my joints that just come and go. And then I was like, ooh, this kind of sounds like my mom when she started having the symptoms. And then I went to the doctor, and I was lucky that I had the marker in my blood that they were like, yep, rheumatism. And then I was like, yep, already knew it. I was thinking ahead. I wet my sponge. So yeah, I kind of knew it going in. And then because I was young and they wanted me to be able to work for the society and maybe reproduce, which I'm not gonna do, but they was like, yep, you're gonna get the proper meds straight away. Like, we'll try with these first. If it doesn't work, we go to the biological ones. And it's been okay, so that's fine. But then, like a couple years ago, I started having a very severe fatigue and like muscle tremors, and yeah, I was just brain foggy, couldn't do anything, just wanted to sleep. And then we're like, okay, iron issues. Sure, I had very low ferritin levels, and I was like, okay, let's then pump some iron into my body. And I was doing that for 2 years and did it work. And I was like, well, the levels are rising, but you know, with an inflammation, chronic disease behind everything, you don't really know if the ferritin is accurate and stuff. So it's like, okay, I'll just keep on eating iron. Didn't work. Last summer I started getting dizzy. I was super brain foggy. I now have an Oura ring, and I saw that my heart rate was super high. My heart rate variability was super low, which is not what you want. And yeah, my body was not good. And then I went to doctors for dizziness. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. hydrating camo concealer. Not my favorite, but it does the job, so I'm trying to use it while it's still not too pale for me. So yeah, I could bounce around. Like, no one really wanted to look into the dizziness, and then it kind of went away on its own. But since, like, yeah, I've been very fatigued, very brain foggy for many years. And then January, February, I fell off a horse. We were training, like, I'm kind of leasing, kind of training one horse at a stable. Like, she's okay with doing like trail rides with her friends, but if there's something out of the ordinary, she sometimes just puts the brakes on or starts backing and doesn't want to go. So I started working with her, kind of building up her confidence and security, and like, it's okay, we can do fun stuff away from your friends and it's still fun, and you can, like, it's okay, like, nothing bad is gonna happen. And then we tried to train, like, she's been trained to be a mounted archery horse, and she's okay when she's the only one doing it, and it's fine. But then we tried her in a group setting, and that was too much for her because she had to wait. So then she didn't want to wait, and she kind of bolted, and I was left behind, and I hit my head. And I think what was treated as iron issues was actually my nervous system just being wacky. So I think I have dysautonomia, and it got way worse after the concussion, because I did blank out for a few seconds. we deduced it afterwards, like, yeah, I think I blacked out, and I was like super foggy after it and everything. So, but all the, like, I've had a CT scan, MRI, like, everything is okay. I'm using a Revolution loose baking powder just all over my face. And yeah, all the scans are good. Like, there's seemingly nothing wrong with me. but because of the brain fog, I like felt like my brain is not working. My memory is like shitty. I've always had good memories. I was like, this is not good. Then we did like cognition test thingy where you have to like your memory and like visual memory, hearing memory, whatever. You had to draw stuff, make some like kind of puzzles and whatever. And my brain scored above average for my age, and I was like, cool. I mean, I guess it's not totally fried, but it's not as good as my brain used to be. But I guess there's nothing wrong, so there's nothing they can do. They're just, yeah, this sometimes happens after a concussion, so you just have to wait. I'm like, okay, cool. So my body is just going out of business sometimes. And yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that I still can function, because I know sometimes with dysautonomia, you just don't function at all. Like, you can't do anything. I was able to, like, we went to Scotland and I was able to do stuff, but I still had to, like, a couple of mornings, I was just like, nope, I need to sleep. Like, I can't, my like, Aura Ring is screaming at me, like, hey, slow down, chill out, you're, like, burning out, basically. Heart rate is above 90 beats during the whole night, and like, yeah, not good. So there's definitely something wrong, but there's nothing wrong. So we'll see. I still have doctor's appointments. Like, the good thing from the concussion was that they took things seriously. Like, before, I was just bounced around like, yeah, nothing we can do. The iron is looking better, like, blah blah blah. Okay, I'm not feeling better. I mean, I did have one doctor like last month that was like, you just have to give it time. It's like, how much time? Because I was bad before the concussion and it's not getting any better. But yeah, doctors. Should I? No, I'm gonna do my eyes first before my face. Brow powder, which I have mixed up from many different things. So yeah, I've been now tested and treated, and like, yeah, they've taken things more seriously, but still it's like nothing they can do to help me, because there's nothing wrong apparently. So now I'm just by myself. I'm looking into like vagus nerve, like release techniques, like resetting, like doing nervous system exercises, whatever. Like, I started doing that already, like when the dizziness started, and I thought it might be a nervous system problem. I haven't really found anything that like really has worked for me, so let's see. I mean, obviously having rheumatism, inflammation on the background, it can like give you fatigue and brain fog and stuff. So like, what's, yeah, you never know what is what's going on. So that's why I've been also traveling a lot. We've had a lot of visitors, but that's one reason I've been also kind of inconsistent. I think I was inconsistent last summer and autumn as well, because that's when the things started getting worse. But yeah, I could not work full time in an office setting or anything. I'm lucky that I can make my own work hours. I can sleep longer when I need to sleep longer, and then chill when I need to, and like decide what to do each day. Obviously, when I have agreed to go to a stable, work with the horse owner and stuff, I have to do that. But still, being with horses doesn't really feel like work. So that's lucky for me. But I'm kind of scared of the writing that I need to do soon, because my brain is not functioning as it used to, and I didn't like writing when it was functioning. So I also have a brow bone highlight thingy that I've mixed from other things that I will use. I like to put slight sheen on my brow bone. It's not like fully shimmer, it's kind of like a mixture of a matte white and a sheeny white eyeshadow, and then I think maybe some loose powder to kind of dull it down a little bit. Okay, what should I do on my lower lash line? Because I kind of want to do more of the purple, I think. This one, because it doesn't really show on the outer corners. Maybe I'll put a little bit of this, and then let's see what the purple does on my lower lash line. But yeah, that's the health issue. Maybe this brush had some. I'm sorry, I was meant to wash my brushes yesterday, but I wasn't feeling like it. So yeah, but the health issue is also why my dog Halla has been with my parents quite a lot this spring, because I just was not able to give her what she needed, and that was making me also very sad, because I obviously love her a lot. She's now 10 years old, but she sometimes acts like a puppy. And then also we live in a city. We do have like the sea right next to us, so there are like very nice walking paths, but there are also every other dog, and she's kind of scared of other dogs and kind of gets hyper, like her nervous system needs some chilling to do, and that's something we are working on with her. But yeah, she goes to the countryside to chill with my parents and the cats there, and the cats like, or they had 2 cats, and then the other one suddenly just died, like no reason. We don't know what happened. He just crashed basically. So then Hala has been also an emotional support doggo for the other cat, who actually loves Hala. So yeah, Hala's been away quite a lot, but now she's here. She's sleeping beside me, and that makes me happy, although it does drain my energy. But yeah, I need to have her home at some point as well. This is now gonna go to the inner parts of. Ooh, she's dreaming. I don't know if you heard her growling in her sleep. This is looking very similar to the green. It's just slightly more old goldy and maybe slightly, I don't know if it's paler, but I'm gonna use it in the inner corner. And ooh, now there's a chunk of fallout. Surprisingly, the matte dark blue didn't give me any fallout, but the shimmers do leave some glitter bits on my face, so that's why I do my eyes first. But lower lash line is kind of hard to do before concealer and stuff, so we're just gonna on my eye. I'm sorry I'm touching my eye, but I gotta get it out. It's slightly darker than I kind of want to. Should we? Maybe I'll put a little bit of this on the inner corner, like right on the inner corner. Let's see, because this is pretty dark. No, I think I need the white, because my eyes are kind of deep in in there, and I have the fold here, so then I feel like if my inner corner isn't light enough, I'm going for the egg again. If my inner corner isn't bright, then it feels like they are just sinking into my face too much. So that's what I like to do. So I guess we are going outside the palette a little bit, but it's my video, I can do what I want. Okay, then I'm gonna put on some black. I'm trying to finish this one. I'm sorry if this freaks you out, but I'm just gonna put it on my eye. Maybe I should have done this off camera, but I don't know, maybe this freaks people out a little bit, but hey, it's good to face your fears once in a while. That's definitely something I've had to do a lot in my years of existence, and I think it's good for you. You should do that. Then on my lower lashes, I usually use the non-waterproof one. I kind of feel like if I get sweaty and oily, I have dry skin, but obviously, yeah, if it's warm, I will like still sweat a little bit and some oils come through. So I feel like the waterproof smudges easier on my lower lash line. Now I'm so far away from the mirror that I feel like it's going everywhere. So I feel like this smudges less. And I like this mascara as well on the top lashes, but it doesn't hold the curl as well. But I do use it on very chill days that I just want to put on makeup for fun and don't really care if my lashes are on point or not. So yeah, that's my thingy. But yes, the health situation is an ongoing battle with my body, with the healthcare system. Luckily, we do have a good healthcare system in Finland, although the government elected last time is kind of trying to ruin it. But yeah, very good public healthcare system. And then now I just use the loose powder because I don't have a skin tone eyeshadow here with me. But what I do now is I will put this, and I'll kind of also put it on the tips of my lower lashes. I feel that helps with the smudging as well. It adds more product under my eye, kind of buffer, but then also I have kind of long lower lashes as well. They are very blonde, so you don't see if I don't have any product in them. But if I put a little bit on the tips, I feel like they won't smudge as well. And then I usually also blend the edges of my eyeshadow so that the brow bone highlight and the eyeshadow kind of blend in together with like either a skin tone shade or like I did with powder. And then if I feel like I blended too much, it's a multi-step thingy. And also you see the shimmers do travel up my crease because I have hooded out. I sometimes go in with just the brush and no product and kind of bring out the colors again after blending it. And now that I have no new product in my brushes, it doesn't go too harshly. So that's what I do with my eyes. So now the eyes are done. We move on to the face. I'm gonna use the darker, yeah, I'm gonna use this bronzer or contour shade. And there's a big pan in here. But yeah, health is being whatever. Then I thought I could talk about my no-buy a little bit, because I have been on a no-buy for, I guess this is now my 4th year. I didn't check it. I talked about it in one of the videos and I was like, I don't remember. But I think it's now my 4th year of no-buy, like replacement only no-buy. And only for makeup, because skincare, body care is not really an issue for me. Also kind of yarn no-buy, and I've never bought like clothes that much, but kind of an overall less consumerism mindset that I've had with most things in my life. But then the makeup kind of exploded. it was to be honest a trauma reaction. I got in, like, I got out of a traumatic relationship, and then when I started healing, makeup became kind of my self-care thingy that I would just sit on my vanity and put on my face every day, and then I would do my skincare better, and it felt like it was like I was taking care of myself. So that's why my makeup use buying kind of exploded at some point. But then I found the panning community pretty quickly and realized, ooh, inventories, project panning, fun. So then I started being more realistic in my consumerism, but it's still like, yeah. But makeup is the issue, like what I'm doing with my no-buy basically. And then I've given myself like this palette was my no-buy present, kind of, for surviving another year. And this year I'm gonna use this blush with a stipple brush. I let myself buy a bit more makeup. I also do this before I put the brush on my face because I'm so fair that it just easily becomes too much. And I feel like when you saturate the brush and then take the excess off, it blends smoother than you trying to dip in lightly. Maybe I also use a bit more product, which with blush I don't mind because I don't really like it. I use it because I pan and I have too many, and I haven't really bought too many of those myself. So yeah, I don't mind if I use a bit more blush than some other purple piece. But what? Yeah, so doop doop, and then it goes on my face. So yeah, I let myself buy more than just replacement this year when I'm away. And I was in London, and then we drove to Scotland for a week. And I did buy some stuff. I bought a concealer, a powder, mascara, eyeliner, I think. So I didn't even buy any color products, even though I told myself I could. So even though I kind of opened it up for myself, I haven't been buying too much, which is very nice. I'm gonna use the highlighter from this palette, and look at the bronzer. It's almost done, but I didn't want to use it today because it's kind of too warm for it to look right now. But the highlighter is gonna work. So yeah, no buy is going good, and I don't really film updates because it's always the same old. It's pretty easy to me, and I feel really bad saying that online because almost dropped my brush, because I know a lot of people struggle with it a lot, and like I don't want to kind of rub it in their faces and like, it's just super easy to me. I just decide not to buy and then I don't buy. So there's not much I can say. Yeah, I've bought some things this year I could have shown you, but there's not much to talk about. Then I'm gonna use some finishing powder. It's almost gone as well, to just blend everything together, because I am very fair, so sometimes bronzers and blushes can look pretty harsh, so I just like to use this for blending everything together. Like that. And let me go, it has a slight sheen, so then I can put it on my neck and it's gonna look a bit prettier as well. Oh, actually I also bought this from Scotland. It's the e.l.f. Power Grip Setting Spray. So I've tried this a couple of times, and it says it has a shockingly fine mist, and I can agree with that. Let's see if you can even see the mist on camera. Like, I can't feel anything. Okay, I felt something, like I'm wearing shorts, so I felt it landing on my thighs as well, but very fine mist. I haven't really tested that. I don't know if it holds, because I have the other one I have is this one, and this does hold my makeup in place. So this was a good test now to see if this also does something, because it feels like, okay, I can feel something on my face, but like, are you doing anything? Because it's so fine, so fine. What lip should we? Let's do this, because this is also in deck of panning, and I need some more uses in it. So Siba from What's a Beauty's Dragon? No, this is not the dragon. This is the Egyptian Queen collection. Very nice nude. Goes with most things. I should not be talking while doing this, but maybe that's how you know that it's an easy color, easy to apply lipstick when you talk while putting it on. But yeah, oh well, well, I allowed myself to buy stuff, and I bought things that I'm running low with. So yeah, that's what I do. And yeah, I am so focused on like patting my eyeshadows that I don't want to add, like I want new eyeshadows, but I don't want to add because then my pan percentage is gonna go down, and then I have more eyeshadows to hit pan, and then yeah, so that works for me. I want my numbers to go down, and then I don't buy more stuff. It's good to be a numbers nerd sometimes. But yes, that is the face done, and we filmed for 45 minutes. I think it's acceptable. I don't really like editing. I am just blurt everything out and then put it on the internet type filmer. So I hope you appreciate what I had to offer you today. And I hope I answered, because I got some questions of people what they wanted to hear from me. So I hope I have answered. I answered a lot of panning related questions in the birthday collab I did with Dora a few days ago. So yeah, I didn't, and some no buy stuff there as well. So I didn't talk too much about that here because I already did that there. So if you haven't watched that, go watch it. Go watch Dora's video. But yeah. And also just thank you everyone for all the very nice comments. Like my heart has been so full recently because first I hit 500 subscribers and everyone was like, amazing, congratulations, like obviously you, like more is coming, you deserve it. I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. And then like I had my birthday and the birthday collab and everyone was just wishing me happy birthday, and I felt like I mean something to you, which is like I don't really think about it, that I just do it because I like panning, I like the community. And then when people are like, oh, I love watching your videos and I've been following for like many years, and I was like, oh my god, what? So it just, yes, warms up my heart fully. And then when I posted my palette video, if you know what I'm talking about, like all the amazing comments, and people have been so supportive, and thank you so much for being here. Even if you're just arrived, I already appreciate you so much. So I hope you know it. I don't say it maybe often enough because I am a Finn and we don't know how to talk about feelings. No, my generation is already better with that, so we're trying. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and if you watched the whole video, thank you extra much. And I hope to see you next time, which is probably gonna be my palette update. So see you then. Bye.